Well, welcome back, everyone. It was an exciting day in markets today with a short squeeze. Now, in videos just like these over the last week or so, you may have heard me say this market is attempting to chip away at a resistance structure. And that resistance structure is the halfway marker between the highs in January 2022 to the lows of October 2022. It's about $414 and a nickel on the SPY. We have successfully closed above it in today's trade. So it's been a long time coming, and there's been plenty of bad news for this market to break down on. Seeing the consumer soften up, bank crisis on, bank crisis off, debt ceiling woes, and debt ceiling not a problem. And of course, geopolitical issues that are always persistent in the background, U.S.-China. And when we look at the early part of how the next presidential campaign is going to go, and all the wrangling at this stage, politics, policy, and proof in the pudding that the market has not fallen down is not necessarily good enough to say we've got strong fundamental up and away, but we have closed above that 414, and it does open up the room between 414 and a 430 on the SPY. Now, we have moved up today on short squeeze. There was a lot of squeezing going on, and we saw markets take financials up dramatically, take baskets of stocks that were very shorted up dramatically. And throughout that entire move, the question remains, are we looking at technicals that provide an objective view of what's likely to happen, and of course what is happening? So I'm going to take you there right now. We'll go first over to my wealth charts over here, where you can see the SPY on the daily chart, and you're just looking at a slide with that on it. This has got the data as of the end of the day today, and you can see that big green candlestick. Now, we've seen this story before. We saw it a couple of weeks ago, and the following day was a gravestone doji type candle, and we sold down for the next several days. It was that Friday rebound that kicked us into a sideways range last week. Now this week, we've seen the market give us indecision Monday, slight positivity, a little bit more of a dip on yesterday's market action, but technical signals, as I mentioned in videos just like these last night, they are down. But remember, we've seen the movie before. We know that the bottom of the range and all those buying tails that I'm kind of scrolling over here are an area where the market's bounced back up from, in spite of all the negative issues out there. So today, we got that short squeeze, lifted off above the center of the weekly pivot range, which is around that 411 and 67 pennies to 411 or 410.97. And we ended up closing above that infamous halfway marker line. Now, we've been here before. We've seen closes here, 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 throughout this entire process that began at really into the beginning of April. Now, is it more likely that we continue higher even though the market's extended? After a short squeeze day like today, it is more often than not followed by a day that has a little bit more upside and ends up being indecisive. So an indecision type candle, not necessarily a gravestone doji, but indecision could present itself. Let's go take a look at the technical signals using the Triple S toolkit on a couple of time frames here. So I'll zip you right over there now to a daily candlestick chart of the SPY, and you've got the Triple S on chart indicator, triangle, and you've got the subchart indicator. Now, what's unique about today versus yesterday and other days? We've got the highest close in this entire pattern with the green triangle. Okay, so that's one positive. We can also note that underneath right here, the Triple S line itself, the red line, has had its highest close and closed above the blue and the black line. And that is a bullish signal. And the fact that it closed higher than the other moments in time that we had, green triangles, is a more bullish signal. Now that opens the door for continuation. So the daily chart, which tends to look out a week to two, is keeping the door wide open for a continuation up. Is it going to be the movie over here that we've seen? Or is it going to be blast off above towards that 420 marker? Well, we can get a little closer to that as an insight and answer by breaking the daily chart into 4-hour increments. And here's the SPY on a 4-hour time frame. So what we can see on the 4-hour time frame, vis-a-vis where we were back over here when we were making that bullish move up, well, we got our green triangle, and we are very clearly seeing that green triangle from the first 4-hour bar today. Second bar is an indecision bar. So this is a positive signal, and really the most positive part of the insight over here is when we were making the move back over here, the king and the queen line, the base momentum line, the blue line was still coming down. We've already seen the base momentum line come down, and it's actually starting to tilt up now. So this is a more positive signal overall, not to mention the fact that we had the signals present in a higher placement for the bar. The bar closed higher than the last time we were making a move like this. So is this range likely to break? Well, we spent a good hour and a half today in a special session that I did that got rave reviews today. And we're going to be doing another one of those sessions based on demand from folks just like you writing in and asking for more. So we're going to be doing a triple S swing trading, day trading, tactic, and strategy session this Saturday. And we had a great one today where I showed folks live trades, showed them how I use the indicator to help me get in and, of course, identify getting out. We're going to do that again, and that's going to happen on Saturday. So I'm going to give you a little link right now to register for that session, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And if you attended today, there's going to be different content. We're going to be looking at different examples, and I'm very excited about having that session again put on the table for Saturday. Unexpected, but I'm really happy to do it based on folks asking, and we're going to deliver. So I'll take you right over to the session for Saturday link. It is becomebettertrader.com/yes. It starts this Saturday, May the 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It'll be about an hour and a half in terms of a session. I'll try to keep it tight and try to give you a few more different views for those who did attend today. And, of course, for those that didn't get a chance, well, it's always better to be there live, because that live experience is something that I utilize to help you more in those sessions. Asking you questions in terms of the nature of trader you are and what you're looking for, and tailoring the insight and the education to that. I'll be sharing some live trades at that session. I'll be adding on to what we did today. And I'm looking very much forward to sharing my strategies and tactics using the Triple S indicator. And we're going to try to make some time to layer on the Champion Trend Pack and, of course, the member exclusive indicators as well. I hope you had a wonderful day in markets. Looking for indecision tomorrow, potential follow through higher on Friday. Not something that I think is necessarily going to be a trend formation. It will be quick and spiky, very likely. Stay safe out there, and I look very much forward to seeing you on Saturday. Once you go to the link, that page will pop up, becomebettertrader.com/yes. Get your seat well in advance and get ready to be there live. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you learn all of the things that I utilize in my day and swing trading. Have a great rest of your day.